Good morning, Atlanta Falcon fans. Good morning, Atlanta Hawks fans. Good morning, Atlanta Braves fans. We are joining you live, me and my brother from another, Mr. Chris A1 Forever. And we are talking all things ATL sports, or basically the recap from
Yes, sir.
this weekend. How you doing, brother Chris? All well?
Hey, man, I can't complain at all, man. I can't complain at all. Every day is a great day. So every day is a present. That's why you got to enjoy it. I'm just happy to be here, man. It's all about these Hawks, Falcons, Braves. Happy everybody can join us, man. Come on in, come on in.
Come
This
on
the morning
in.
show with me
Come
and
on
T.
in.
Whittle,
That's right. We got Deke in the
aka
building.
TMX. If,
That's
if you know, you know. If
ah!
you know, you know.
You about to piss Carrie and Lisa off early this morning.
Oh,
Oh
my,
my
my, my, my
God.
bad, ladies. My
Probably
bad.
piss my wife off. Hey Kim,
Mm-mm.
you want to hear
I don't,
TMX again?
I don't want no smoke with Miss Kim. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We good. Me and Miss Kim good. So
Oh man. Well, the boss has spoken. I think she's had enough of TMX. I don't know. For whatever reason, the ladies don't like it. I don't know. Kim doesn't like it. Carrie's sick of it. Lisa never liked it. So, I don't know, man. I
Lisa
don't
be
know.
ready to cut you out for real,
Oh
for real.
my God, Lisa's ready to cut me, man. She's so sick. She sent me a message. Don't you ever do that again? Like, dang, Lisa, you couldn't fake it a little bit? Gosh,
Uh-uh.
it's
Okay, I
all
gotta
good.
reach out to you directly, sir.
Hey man,
Direct.
hey, that's how I go. Deke, what's up, man? How
What's
you
up,
doing,
D?
brother?
What's going
How
on,
are you,
man?
Deke? Hopefully all is well, man. Out west, it is 7:20 your time, Deke, man. Hope all is going well, brother.
Oh,
Deke
yeah,
says
early.
Deke says TMX. Oh, I love it. I love it, Deke. I love it. I love it.
He got, oh, look. Oh Lord. Oh no. Hey, yeah,
That's for
y'all
you,
hear it. I
Kim.
didn't encourage him to do that at all. So
Uh,
so whatever text messages,
that's
instant
what's going
messages,
down.
PM that you get
That's
today
that's
is
what's going
all
down.
your fault.
You right. You right. You right. What up, Deshaun? What up, Robert Blackman? How y'all doing this
Robert,
morning?
what
How
it
is
do?
everyone doing this morning?
Shout
Hey,
out to
man.
Robert, man.
Shout out to Robert indeed, man. Shout out to Deshaun, the bringer of chaos.
Uh,
And
hey
shout
man,
out
if
to
it
Deke,
wasn't for
man.
Deshaun, we would. If it wasn't for Deshaun, we wouldn't be thinking about podcasting Olympics.
Deshaun is the catalyst for the podcast Olympics. You guys need to know that. Uh Deke, man, Deke's just a solid dude, man. Deke,
More,
man,
yeah, man.
hope all is well, brother. Hope all is
Yeah,
well.
man. It was cool meeting him out there in Vegas, man. It was crazy. We almost walked right past each other.
I
It's
hate
out there, man.
I really hate I missed that trip with y'all, man.
Hey, man.
I hate I missed that trip with y'all, man. But another time, man. Another
Oh,
time.
it's
Hopefully,
definitely gonna be more times, man. As long as you don't send the Falcons or a fit football team, and we doing this thing, covering them.
yeah, man.
Eventually, I feel like what I'm saying, we're definitely gonna get there. Now, it may not be Vegas because we don't play them that often out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but we're
yeah.
gonna definitely get it in, man.
We definitely got to do it, man. Robert Blackman says sending love back to you.
Oh yeah.
Deshaun is on one. Says tell Jack I need my dry cleaning picked up. I'm gonna do just that, Deshaun. I'm gonna do just that. Deke says yes, sir. Rainy day this morning. Love meeting you, A1. We will get up again. That's what up, Deke.
Yes, sir.
That's what up. Well, hey man, let's get into it. So over the weekend, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Chris, it's weird, like how similar we are. Like it's just weird.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was funny
it's
yesterday. It
it's it's
was.
it's weird, right? So it's kind of like when you spend so much time with the person, like you can kind of read their thoughts. So I'm looking at this young hurler that we got from the what is it, the spring whatever game they had, the spring Jesus,
Spring, the spring
spring
training.
whatever it is. So some sort of game they had for the up and comers, right?
Oh,
And
okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I know
and
what you're
this
talking about.
dude is hurling gas, right?
Hey,
Nothing but gas, right? And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this will be real cool to do a morning spot with Chris on. And wouldn't you know it, Chris has already done a short on it. So I sent him a nasty text like, Chris, get out of my head, man. What the hell? What the hell are you doing?
Hey man, I'm just
Get out of my head.
I just seen what you seen, T. Will.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
the kid, man, in 3 innings of work, he went out there and they call him the silent assassin. So that should let you know something right there. He's all business is what I took from that. And my goodness, did he ever show it? 7 Ks in 3 innings. This
That's
guy that's
crazy.
been on this team that we've been waiting to do something like that for years. And this 19-year-old kid, even though it is spring training, so take that with a grain of salt. Let's
Yeah.
not get too high, but at the same time, it's still coming in and showing like no fear. I think that's what it was. His poise, the control, the command, his slider is pretty nasty too,
That
man. Like
slider's nasty, man. That fastball is like 95, 98. Like
95 plus.
it was sitting high, man, and he was throwing gas, bro. Like
Right.
he looked untouchable. That's really what encouraged me. Is, man,
Mhm.
looking at him, this dude looked unstoppable.
Yeah, man. And I can't deny it. You got to give him his props. Again, man, Francis, he looks like something that Alex Anthopoulos is probably sitting back and just like, okay, now I already kind of knew what I had.
Right.
But if this kid can turn into anything like I think he can be, Alex is going to look like a freaking genius.
Alex is a genius, and
I mean,
and I'll,
he
and
is,
I'll,
but
I'll
it's
tell
just
you
going to
why.
go to a different stratosphere if everything pans out. Like all the moves pan out, all the patience being pan out. These guys believing in guys, giving guys opportunities, giving guys second chances. If all this stuff pans out, Alex is going to look like a freaking genius, and we're going to mess around and do something with a smaller payroll that other people just did not see.
Well, and to your point, the lack there of moves, if that works out, Alex is gonna look like a freaking genius. Like if
That's
if
what I'm
if
saying, bro.
that really works out, then that's gonna bode well for Alex, right? Because the bottom line is he didn't sign a pitcher, and look, at pitchers are expensive.
Heck
Say
yeah.
say what you will, pitchers are not cheap, buddy. They are not cheap at all. They are in no way cheap. So
And they not getting cheaper.
no,
Money
no,
going up.
no, no, not at all. So this kid's 19 years old. He's in high A ball. He throws in the high 90s. He's
Hmm.
good slider, and he looked great. And the thing about it is, I'm wondering if we don't see him with the big league club later on this year. Now, I'm not saying that's a definite,
No, it's not
but
a definite.
you just never know. And this kid looked electric, man. I
My
mean, he
thing is,
looked good.
it, now my thing is, you think about like first impressions, and you think about some of the guys that we have had, so having their first impressions, like the Hurston Waldriffs and AJ Smith Sharvers. I can't even lie to you. He had the most impressive, debut to me.
Yeah.
Just coming in, how young he is. Like I ain't trying to like. I know we talking around the ATL anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but just his poise and everything like that. He looks like he's done it before. You know what I'm saying? Like how you have some kids that don't know what they don't know, so they just go out there kind of fearless and they just
Yeah.
take over. That's how
Yeah.
it feels like with Francis. It feels like he don't know what he don't know, and he's coming out there and just believing in his ability. And regardless, yes, spring training, but hey, it's some guys that get rocked in spring training. Shoot, Ian Anderson's first trip in spring training, it did not look good. I mean, what Bryce Elder, you
Don't
know what I'm
bring
saying?
don't bring up. Do not bring up that name, sir.
I'm
You give me
sorry,
the
man.
heebie-jeebies. You give me the hives. Good morning, Maggie. Maggie T Productions. Good
Hey,
morning,
how you doing? How
Maggie.
you doing?
Hope all is well. Yeah, man. This kid, man. I'm saying, and the thing about Alex, right?
Hmm.
That's so ingenious And you really got to look at it. The most expensive player in any sport is a major league pitcher.
Hello.
When you talk about annual years, because if you're a football quarterback, you're not gonna, very rarely are you gonna get a 10-year deal. You might get 6 or 7. You might get 5. But some of these pitchers get 7, 8, 9, 10-year deals. Like and then some of the position players, like what's his name for the Mets? What's his name, Chris? Can't think of his name. He's got a big ass
Soto.
contract. Yeah, Soto.
Yeah, Soto makes more than the entire Braves roster.
It's crazy, man. 13-year deal, right? 13, 15-year deal. Never going to live up to that. But the point is, some of these contracts, if you're not careful, you're going to be in a bad way, right?
At back
You're going to
end.
be in a bad way. Towards the end of that contract, there's no way he's going to produce at that level. So the Mets will regret it. Now, what they're thinking is, if we can get a few World Series before that, nobody's going to care. But it is not easy to do that. But the point of the matter is, the Braves, and this is their strategy, they draft pitching throughout.
Mm-hmm.
They go and get their position players, usually in the Caribbean, like Curacao, Venezuela, South American countries, because they have plugs there and they can get those kids for cheap. And they sign them early. And by the time they get up to the big leagues, they can make, shall we say, reasonable deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Braves
They're
have their
still going to
position.
make life-changing money, you know.
Oh, I mean, definitely, but it's not going to be 800 million.
A la Ron Jr.
Right. It ain't going to be 800 million, is what I'm saying, right? It's not going to be $1 billion. It's not going to be Ohtani money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at, they're smart. So they've got a collection of players that are signed at least through 2028, right? You've got pitching, like right now, if Holmes and AJ and Ian all hit, you got 7 pitchers. Now, honestly, you know how I feel about Ian, and no disrespect.
Yeah, I do. I do.
No disrespect to him, but I don't know, man.
I mean, again, like I said, when we was on me, you, and John, and shout out to John out of your Falcon Mine,
what up, John?
and you know, so shout out to him as well, man. We was talking about it, and I was saying, and I think we all was in agreement to this. It's really AJ's job to lose. I don't see anyone overtaking AJ, and I'm gonna be honest with you, AJ is gonna get, I think, at least 15 plus starts with the Braves this year.
I don't know that AJ doesn't get 30.
Hey, I'm with that. I'm like, that's my basement. That's my basement with 15.
If it's me, Ian gotta go. Bye. Hey. He's gotta go, man. And look, no disrespect to Ian. He is a major league pitcher. I couldn't pitch my way out of nothing. I couldn't pitch my way out of a paper bag. So all respect to him. But I've seen this show before, man. And you know, I look at it, if he can make it, more power to him. I just don't see it. We got to do some housekeeping. We got Miss Carrie.
Miss Carrie,
the best producer in the world. Good morning, Miss Carrie. How are you? I hope all is well. Hope you had a great weekend. Miss Carrie is so sick of TMX's growl, which is why I'm going to do it again. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
If you don't want to get upset, do not go back to the beginning of this video, Carrie.
Don't go back to the beginning, Carrie. Don't
Goodness, this man is out of control.
Hey man, hey, you know, TMX is he's an alter ego, man. You know what I mean? He just comes out when he wants to. You know?
You don't want to get your own alter ego like you did Low Conspiracy, huh?
Hey, we had a full conversation last night, man. You know, it was a lot of but I mean it was full conversations. Full conversation.
Talk about out of control.
Carrie says, sheesh, John. Not to drop on you. Oh, she's gonna be so pissed. She's gonna be so pissed. Mike, what up, Mike? How you doing, man? Hopefully,
Mike, what it do, man?
Mike, Carrie and Mags. Mike has
man. We in here this morning, man.
Hey, man. Mike has nicknames for everybody. So, let's get to the Braves this weekend, right?
Okay.
There's a picture of Fuentes. For those of you who don't know who he is, this kid has a rocket for an arm, man. He's going places. We'll see if he ends up this year, but I would say definitely by next year, you're probably going to be seeing this kid. Like, he
Yeah.
was phenomenal. I mean, he struck out 7 people in 9 opportunities, right?
Hey.
That means 2 of the innings, it was like, good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Yep.
You can get it, you can get it, you can get it too, and take that and didn't give up a hit, I don't think. Got off, gave up no runs, struck out
Right.
7, man. This dude was dominant. This dude
And
was
doesn't mind, running out there, going tagging the bag, he did everything right
he did
yesterday. It's
everything.
like you really, I guess if what the only thing you can say he did wrong is not strike out 9. I guess what I mean,
I mean,
you can't complain about that performance at all.
hey,
And then all
bro.
you can do is just hope the kid can build off of it. And you never
Yeah,
know, man. I mean, coming into it, you think about it. I know he's a hitter, but at the same time, you look back at it. Like, remember Michael Harris being brought up like mid season like that, and if this kid can continue to do, I'm not saying he's going to get 7 strikeouts every time in 3 innings,
yeah,
but I mean, if he did, that would be great. But still, if he could continue to just show consistency and show growth,
yeah,
I think honestly, man, the Braves will give. I think Alex will give him an opportunity. I think Alex is a GM that is all about building from within, not allowing older talent and more experienced talent come in and take away from opportunities from your young guys. That's one thing I love about Alex Anthopoulos as a GM. He does not get in the way of development. If anything, he encouraged the development because he's not going to go out and pay a guy, some 500 mil for 10 years or whatever the case
yeah,
may be. Like, he will draft guys, he will bring guys up, and then like he'll go get bats. Yes, but still, that's even at a reasonable price. So it just
yeah.
the things that Alex are doing, I just wish all Atlanta GMs were able to do what Alex Anthopoulos is able to do because he is hands down and up our best GM in Atlanta right now.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. So let's get to these scores, right? Friday, Braves lose to the Nats 5-3.
Mhm.
Saturday, I believe it was split squad, so they had 2 games. Braves lost to the Twins 4-0. Braves beat the Red Sox 7-3.
Right,
And Sunday, the Blue Jays beat us 6-2. So not a very good weekend, but it's spring training. Nobody cares. So
right.
let's go to the Friday game. Schweller gave up 2 runs over 4 and 2/3 of an inning, so almost 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts. That's pretty good. I mean, look, at this point, you're just trying to build stamina. You're trying to build strength. Um, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But again, you're trying to build. Now,
It's
Tyson
like you're just
Shreve,
knocking off the rust, really. And,
yeah,
so you're probably, and honestly, in spring training, I do feel like it's more of an experimental type thing. If you were working on anything, as Swelly has been working on pitches,
yeah, yeah,
you try things. So let me see if I can get this guy like this. Let me see if I can get this guy like that.
yeah.
Now, if we're really lucky, he's channeling his inner Greg Maddux on certain batters, and you know what I'm saying, making sure he can know how to get them out later on
Oh
in the season.
man, I
You
tell
know,
you
so
what,
now,
man. Greg
yeah,
Maddox.
man.
Greg
So
Maddox was 1 of 1. Okay.
yeah, he won with his
Greg,
mind first before he even threw one pitch.
Greg Maddox was 1 of 1, man. I don't think we'll ever see another one like him. Now, Chase and Shreve did not have a good outing. 2 innings pitched, 3 earned ones, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. Not great. So I don't think we'll be seeing him anyway. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna make the bullpen. So it's probably much ado about nothing. We're gonna go on to 2 Saturdays games. So Chris Sale, 6 innings pitch again. At this point in spring training, that's great. That's it. If you can leave spring training getting to 6 or 7 innings, you're doing great, right? You're
Absolutely.
doing great. So 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 base on balls, 9 strikeouts
Come on now.
in 6 innings, which means
That's Cy Sale right there. That's
right.
Cy
That's
Young Sale right there.
right. That's 3 full innings of good morning, good afternoon, good night. Shut up,
Hmm.
sit down, don't talk. I'm gonna tell you again, shut up, sit down, don't talk. Like, just get out of here, man.
No,
1,
no
2,
bedtime
3,
snack for
out.
you, fam.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go, buddy. You gotta go.
And
Guess
by
what?
the
You're
way,
not
speaking
gonna
of
hit this.
Chris Sale has officially been named the opening day starter for our Atlanta Braves.
Amen, man. As he
Um,
should be. As he
Courtesy of our Atlanta Braves this morning. And also we get a look at Spencer Strider too, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, love it, man. AJ on Saturday, 4 innings pitched, six
Mhm.
hits, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. AJ, let me tell you something. I saw AJ the other day, man. Hey, man, that fastball was 99 in and out. He was darting that thing. He was throwing that changeup. AJ
Bro,
looked
that thing
deadly.
that it had movement, right? It was crazy. I was like, AJ, look at
Yeah,
you, man. But that right there, man, is just something like we go back to when he had to start against the Padres, and we know that was unfair for him. But I really believe that was such a teachable moment, and I think he learned from it. And I think honestly, that's another reason why he added a pitch. I believe he added a cutter.
yeah.
Yeah, he added a cutter, so that's going to help him. Especially trying to keep the ball in the ballpark. And just keep guys guessing. So I loved it, man. AJ looked awesome. Awesome in 4 innings and 8 strikeouts. Of course, spring training, you take it with a grain of salt, but you just want to see your guys trending in the right direction. That's what you always want to see progression. You want to see, the work ethic. You don't want to, have a Jamarcus Russell moment and people are talking about they just watching blitz packages and they
No,
ain't
you
got
do
nothing
not.
on the tape.
No, you
You
do
know
not.
what I'm
You,
saying?
you never want your name to be synonymous with Jamarcus or Russell. You
Yeah.
just don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. So I love it.
But AJ looked great, man. He and look it. If it's me, it's Grant Holmes and AJ and Ian. You can collect your watch. We appreciate what you did in 2021. Love you, but we traded you to whoever for whatever.
Yeah. It
Keep
wouldn't surprise me, bro.
hey, keep
It
up with
wouldn't
us on
surprise me.
Facebook and Twitter and X and whatever. Keep up with your socials and hey, we'll get together in the off season, Ian. Don't
Right,
forget to validate your parking. We'll see
right,
you.
right.
Like I'm just, but again, they may keep him because AJ has an option, meaning you can send AJ to the minors and not lose him. Now, if you do that, then that's your last time. But again, if it's me, Ian's on the midnight train to Georgia, buddy. He's out of there like swimwear. He's got to go. All right.
I mean, hey, you look at it, bro. You look at from 2021. What back then, most of the guys that was here in 2021 are gone. So
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if EMB is the next one getting shipped out of Atlanta. I'm like, well, we had to get rid of Kyle Wright, which was very disappointing, but you understand. So again, Mike Soroka. You already know what happened with Max Fried. He looks terrible in Yankee colors, by the way. Um, and same thing about AJ Minter in Mets gear. I'm just like, ugh, like what are y'all doing? Y'all could have retired or something. I don't know.
Uh, oh man.
Anything,
It's like seeing your ex and she jacked up her hair. Like
man.
she got this new haircut because she was gonna see you and she just jacked it up and you're just like, oh, what is going on
Said I
with
don't even
that?
want to do. Said I
Oh
don't even want to
man,
do that.
why? Why did you do that? Anyway, so Grant Holmes, again, 5 innings pitched, 5.1. So 5 innings and 1 out. 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 bases on balls, 3 strikeouts. Grant Holmes added a changeup, what is a spot change, some sort of change, a changeup. And it's doing really well. It is doing really well. Now, Lucas Braun, he's not going to be here. Not gonna be here anymore. To quote the dudes from Office Space. You
Said
fired
not
him?
gonna.
We
Said
fixed
not
the
gonna
glitch.
be here anymore.
You fired him? No, we fixed the glitch. I don't like that you took my stapler. I don't like that. I have permission to play my music at an audible level. If you've not seen Office Space, great movie, hilarious. There's some other jokes, but they're not suitable for PG related.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Don't do that to
do it.
yourself, now, T. Come
Uh,
on, now.
yeah, Lucas Braun, 2.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 home runs. Yeah, get him out of here. 4 bases on balls, 2 strikeouts, Not gonna be here anymore, so we can just go next. But Grant Holmes looked great. All right, man, we gotta talk about these Hawks. Now,
Mm-mm.
I'm watching the
Speaking.
game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the game. I am watching the game on
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And things. I think this was after a show I did with Jordan, our
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, y'all boys. Well,
Jordan.
shout out
Yeah,
to Jordan too, man. You all take a seat over there, man. That's
yeah,
the
man.
guys.
Shout out to Jordan. Even though he stunned on me, man. He pulled out the ring and was like, "Yeah." I was like,
Yeah,
"I
yeah,
don't
I don't know
believe
what's
this
wrong with him,
guy."
man. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry about that.
he
Jordan ain't got no
stunned
home
on me.
training though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I told him I
Him
hope
being
this.
an Eagles slash
Saints
Aints
fan.
fan and
Oh my
everything
god.
like that. And just he ain't got no home training. I'm sorry about that.
I told him I hope his cornflakes are soggy. So there you go. But
That's
no,
nasty. Gee
I'm
whiz.
watching this, right? I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
And before halftime, the Hawks look great. They look
Oh,
great. They were
we were
firing
on
on
it.
threes. They were moving the ball. They were playing defense. They looked great.
Bro, we were up
And
by 8. And we had the mojo going into the locker room.
so I coined this phrase, don't ask us for change for $1 because we have no third quarter.
Man,
Now,
death quarter.
where does that come from? We scored 8 points in the third quarter on Friday night. That's where we lost it. We scored 8 points. How do you go 12 minutes and score 8 points, Chris? What the hell?
Man, you want to talk about a complete breakdown on offense? Nobody could put the ball in the basket. Oh my goodness. We only scored 4 times. I know Trey scored and just 2 other guys scored. Onyeka scored, and I think Zach scored, and that was it. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Just 4 baskets, man. And that's just inexcusable. That can't happen. That was the worst quarter, literally the worst quarter in Hawks franchise history. Out of all their history, that is their worst quarter. 8 points. And you know what I'm saying? It's the second time in a few years that this happened because we had scored 9 points against Philly back in 2021, back on December 3rd. And then before then, it was 15 years ago. So like we've had instances like that, but that right there against the Clippers was the worst quarter. We could not put the ball in the basket. They had their stars going. They were making shots, getting in transition, using their size, and everything. Really, their size and their length, because with Zubats. But I want to say Double O did a good job with Zubats. But as a team, that third quarter, if that third quarter doesn't happen, or if we just can score, shoot, 10, 12, 15 more points in that quarter, you look better going into the fourth. But you can see it, man. The guys, they try to fight, but you see it in their face, man. It deflated after that third quarter because they just know, and the Clippers were just on a roll, man. They didn't let up at all.
Bro, it's like we were rudderless. It's like we forgot how to score, right? That was just about the most awful expedition of whatever I'm sorry. Execution of whatever plan we had. Like that was
Yeah,
just bad,
that
right?
was the
That
worst.
was
That was the worst quarter. I mean, it is the
that was
worst quarter,
bad.
but that was just ultimately just the worst I've ever seen Hawks basketball. Like you can't score anything, and then like
Nothing.
you having turnovers, bro. We
Nothing.
had 7 turnovers, 7, 8 turnovers in the third quarter alone.
Yeah. It's like watching 8-year-old
Like,
AAU ball. Like it's bad, man. It's bad. So here's the thing, right? I could understand losing to the Clippers, but just not like that, right? Like if it's a barn burner, it comes down to the last few seconds, okay. So then we go to Sunday, and we lose to the Nets, which you and I were talking about this last night, Chris. We were griping and bitching and moaning. Chris, we cannot, Chris. We can't lose to the Nets.
man, bro.
We can't. We cannot. What's their record, Chris?
Well, coming into it, it was 22 and 45. Now it's 23 and 45. Because they beat us last night, man. That's another, and it's so crazy because again, another game that you were leading at halftime.
And the third quarter just absolutely just blew up in your face. And the thing about it is, most of the third quarter, we were winning that. But that last 5 to 4 minutes, next thing you know, you have this guy, Keaton Johnson or something like that. He's going off. He's hitting threes, three after three after three, getting open. They started doing mismatches. I'm like, how in the world do you get stuck in the paint? You know what I'm saying, with the Claxton, and it just, bro, it was terrible. Okay, I just didn't. I seen it coming. It's like you felt it in the third quarter too, bro. You felt it. It's like the Hawks started trading baskets. They were calling shot after shot like play or fly, and it just did not go the Hawks' way. I said, this is not Hawks basketball. We cannot be going back and forth, back and forth. We got to stop them. And then, sure enough, they had Uncle Mo, well, as you like to call him, Uncle Mo. They had his jersey on going into the fourth quarter, bro. And after that, even with all that, you still had an opportunity to win this game in the fourth quarter. But guys, what I don't like is, like, I understand it, because I understand that George Niang is a Quinn guy. They played together back, or where he coached them back in Utah. I understand he is his guy. He trusts him. But in the fourth quarter, we got to start having more athletic guys. Even if you're not going to let him score, at least let Zach defend. I understand he's only 19. You want to have him on a minutes restriction. But my thing is, why is the minutes restriction at this point? I understand Wemby had a minutes restriction last year, but where were the Spurs trying to get to last year? They weren't going anywhere, not even to play in. The Hawks are at least in the play in right now, still trying to make the playoffs. I just don't understand when it gets crunch time. I understand he hasn't proved that he's a crunch time player, but how can Zach prove or grow into a crunch time player without oppos? You need opportunities. I don't understand, and I haven't said anything all year about Quinn and his rotations and minutes restrictions. I haven't said anything, but it's just getting crunch time, and George Niang is a defensive liability on that floor, point blank, period. If he's not hitting shots, he's nothing but a body. No disrespect to the minivan. He knows exactly, like, I'm just saying.
You
Again,
did not call him the minivan.
yeah, he is the
Oh
minivan
my
and everything.
God.
But my thing is, against the Clippers, that was a terrible matchup, because everybody on that team that was in there in the fourth quarter could blow right by George Niang.
Hmm.
Everybody.
Now,
It don't
Karis
matter.
LeVert was hurt, right?
No. Karras played that game. He played well in that game. But still,
Oh,
he
he didn't
then
play
then
Sunday.
he missed the Brooklyn game. Now, we did miss his scoring last night,
Yeah.
but he had a sore knee. I think they just was holding him out. I believe he's going to play Tuesday. But yeah, man, I mean, and that's another thing too that people were worried about with Karras, like his durability. But so that's another story. It's just against the Nets, man. You can't lose that game. Quinn is going to have to, like, change some things up. I'm sorry. Again, if Niang is not knocking down shots, he's nothing but a body on the floor, just empty calories, just running up and down. And we don't need that.
Yeah.
We don't need that, bro. And I feel you, Jay Black. You said A1 Quinn sometimes sucks on his rotations, just bad timing. That's true. That is true. But my thing is, sometimes I feel like Quinn is so smart, he outsmarts himself sometimes. You can have just so
Yeah.
much intelligence and so much fundamentals, and so much ins and outs about basketball,
Yeah.
that sometimes I just think he outthinks himself.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it is bad timing. But again, in the last 4 minutes, so the game, I would rather have my rookie go out there and get some lumps. If he gonna get the lumps, let him get the lumps, because it's gonna be teachable moments for him. And then y'all can sit down in the film room together and say, "Hey, look, this is what I need you to do. Hey, look, this is what you did on this back screen. Hey, what I'm saying, play up on this defender on the screen. It's in the down screen, all that stuff. Like, this the things that what I'm saying, you get into the film room with this young guy and work on if he has those troubles. But he can never have these conversations without the opportunity. And that's all I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. It just can't continue to happen.
Agreed. Agreed, man. Agreed. That was Jay Black. How you doing this morning? Let me do some housekeeping. Millie Mills, can y'all send Trey over to Orlando and brace y'all rebuild while we take Trey and actually try to win something? No, Millie Mills, we will not be doing that. You cannot have Trey. Shame on you. No cake for you, sir. You
Nah, I
cannot
told him
have.
he gonna be stuck with
Do not do
Cole
that.
Anthony and Jalen Suggs.
That's right.
You got to roll with them, big dog. You
You
got
have
to
to roll
roll
with
with
them,
them.
man. That's how it's gonna be. Jay Black, A1 Quinn sometimes sucks on his rotations. Yep, you said that. Robert Black,
Right.
the Hawks are lucky. Teams behind them sucks. However, the teams you have to be. Yeah. That you know what? That's so true, Robert. Because I think Chris was telling me that we were first place in the was it Chris or was it Debo? Somebody was telling me we're first place in the division. I was like, are you serious? Like you got and
Mm-hmm.
we are. So
I
yes,
mean, we still are. Even with these losses, we're still first in the division. It's
yeah.
just we had a 2-game lead, and now Orlando is a game and a half behind us. Like Miami is like 2 games and a half. Regardless, they're trying to creep back up, and then the Bulls, somebody that I just thought was just going to fall off the face of the earth, they're actually trying to make a push for the 9th seed.
Yeah,
So
man. That's
we just have to execute, bro. We cannot afford for the Atlanta Hawks, you know what I'm saying, to continue this seesaw. It's like, my goodness, remember weeks ago I said, can we just see some kind of consistency? Like it don't matter, even if you're gonna lose them all out, okay, at least there's some kind of consistency, because right now we're on this seesaw to where we'll win some games, then next thing you know, we'll lose some games. And it's tough because once you lose one game, if you're a Hawks fan, you like, okay, are we about to start another losing streak? Because that's what it seems like the theme of the season be. We'll start a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? We'll get 3-4 games in. The next thing you know, we go on like a 2-3-4 game losing streak. And we can't afford that with only about 15 to 14 more games left. You think
mm-hmm.
about it. 14 games is a lot of games left to still be able to lose position at the 7th seed and end up in the 10th seed.
Yeah.
It's like we have to have better everything, better coaching, better decision making, even from the players. It's got to be a team thing. Like everybody has to do better, and everyone has to communicate. Guys got to get more opportunities. Dominic Barlow, actually, I understand why you play him and everything, but he shouldn't have had 15 minutes, 16 minutes. They should have gave more minutes to Moji. But to
Mm-hmm.
Moji, he has to knock down the 3 consistently to be able to get more time. So it's
Yeah,
just like,
that he's got to
you
work
know,
on that 3, man. That 3 is sometimes hard to watch. Got to do some more house maintenance here. Mad Mike podcast
what to do, y'all.
gives us the what's that, the hang low? Is that hang
No,
low?
no, no.
What is
That's
that? You
he's
got the
saying
hook 'em
what's up.
horn?
You know what I'm
You got the hook
saying? Well, nah, he said that's the Longhorns.
and chipper. Is Mad Mike doing chipper? I don't know. What up, Mad Mike? Hopefully all is well. Millie Mills is laughing at us. Robert Blackman said
Yeah,
first in
man.
the Southeast. Yeah, man.
Yeah, first in the Southeast, we still
Either
are.
bro, either way you slice it. Last night, that just cannot happen. You cannot lose to a team if you have any aspirations of making it and winning at least one playoff series. Just one. And when I say series, I don't mean the play-in game because that's one game. I mean a series. And look,
You mean the Atlanta Hawks
know
Invitational?
I know it's a long shot, but we've beaten Boston before. Like if we draw Boston, I don't feel bad about that. I don't, especially if we got everybody healthy. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get JJ back, but everybody else, if we got everybody healthy, I'm not saying we're going to win, but I don't feel bad about our chances against them. We're allergic to the West. Anybody in the East, we can play with. We've shown that we can play with good teams. The sucky teams, I don't know what happens to us. I don't know I don't know what the hell happens to us against the teams that are terrible. Just donkey doo-doo. But against the good teams, like we've played well. So, if we can just get past that play in, I feel good about Boston. I'm not saying we're going to definitively going to win, okay? I promise you, there's nothing in this Mountain Dew, okay?
Oh God,
It's good.
T
Hey,
Will,
man. Hey, man.
boy, we got to get you off the Mountain
I
Dew,
gotta
bud.
do the dew in the morning, man. I
You
gotta
and this
do it.
geek juice.
Bro.
Man, golly.
Oh,
No,
did
no
you
wonder
say? Oh my
Deshaun be coming
God!
in here talking about some get some.
Did you? Where's Deshaun when we need him?
Get it together, T.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Look at Hawks. Hawks need to get it together. They need to do better. They got a game Tuesday night. I don't want to see a performance like this weekend, Hawks. All right, get it together. Now, our favorite topic, Chris, for the last 2 weeks, as the Kirk turns, right? Yet another, what do we call it? Point on the timeline, right? Another pillar in this foundational story that will forever be associated with the Falcons and Kirk Cousins. His $10 million vested on Saturday. So now you can trade him whenever you want to trade him. There's no rush, which I'm sure Kirk is pissed. I'm sure this has not gone the way Kirk thought it was going to go, right? Because Kirk thought he was just going to say some mean things about us. Oh, we're not friends anymore. I'm friends with the mean girls now, and you can't sit at my table at lunch. We're not friends anymore, Falcons. You suck, and you have the cooters. And we were like, you're still going to be our bench quarterback. And then he was like, well, I'm going to take off my Falcons shirt. And we were like, you're still going to be our bench quarterback. And then he was like, no, D-Led. You're going to get the Heisman. You're going to get the Heisman, D-Led. I'm not going to interview. And we were like,
almost sicked his cronies on D-Led.
Call it what it is. Almost sicked his goons. Kirk said to D-Led, my office hours are 9 to 5. And threatened to hang him over the bill. What was that? Over the patio or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that was. Threatened to hang him out a window and say, look, man, my office hours are 9 to 5. Don't talk to me. I'm Kirk. I'm Kirk Cousins, baby. And none of that.
And you said it was after 5.
And then he pulled the ultimate Karen and said, let me speak to your manager.
Right.
Let me speak to your manager.
Flicking his hair around.
Wait, hold on. What did he do? How'd he do it?
Oh, man. I mean, you got to laugh at to keep from really getting upset about it because, I mean, really, this guy has some audacity, doesn't he? Like, I mean, you say you have the gall to say some of the things that you say. Dude, what you say? Go ahead, bro.
Father, Willie Wilson would say, shout out to you, Dad. The unmitigated gall to go to the owner.
Unmitigated gall.
Unmitigated. You know what? When I would piss him off, it was I knew the speech well because I pissed him off a lot, and he would be like, "I cannot believe Terry James Wilson." Whenever I pissed him off, it was always that full name. I cannot believe that you had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come in here at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, this was after he beat the snot out of me. But let me tell you, Chris, my thought on an ass whooping, okay? If I'm going to take the same ass whooping at 12:01 as I am at 5 in the morning, I may as well take the 5 in the morning ass whooping. What's the difference, Chris?
What's the difference?
And I told him this, which led to another ass whooping. But I finally had to tell him, I said, look, you were going to get me either way, Dad, okay? At least this way, I got a story to tell, and we had fun, Dad. You would have been proud of your son. I can't tell you what we did because half of it would really piss you off. But the other half, you would have been proud. You'd have been proud of the way I stood up and took charge of the situation, Dad. That never worked, though. But he always used that phrase, unmitigated gall. So anyway, look it. Kirk, whatever, goes bitches and moan to Arthur. And I love this line, man. Can you imagine how he delivered this line, Chris? Chris, you want to get into character?
Uh-oh.
I'm the Godfather. Are you ready, Chris?
All right.
You come to us, Kirk, with your demands of being released and your complaints, and you go to the media. I need those mothballs in my mouth, so I
Right.
can, like Marlon Brando. You come to us, Chris, with these complaints, and you give us nothing, Kirk. We go from 6-3 to 8-9. 8-9, Kirk. 8-9, Kirk. We're going to do what's best for the franchise. And you have two choices, Kirk. Nothing and like it. Either way, if you give us more trouble, we're going to go to the mattresses. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey,
Godfather,
listen.
Kirk Cousins. So Saturday, we vested. What does it mean? We're not releasing Kirk's ass.
We're not. And it make no sense to,
Everybody
right,
has
bro?
been telling you guys, we're not releasing them, guys.
We've been saying that though. We've been saying that we were going to keep Kurt, even though most of us didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? We knew we were going to keep Kurt because we were paying the money anyway. It's like if cutting him, it's almost like what I'm saying, a person, a criminal having an offense and doing something absolutely terrible, and then you give him a plea deal to bail him out of that terrible thing he did instead of just letting him go through the full trial and get prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
don't,
it's like giving him a plea deal.
I don't know that it's a plea deal. I would say it's more
No,
like
cutting him. If we would have cut him, that was the plea deal.
oh, that makes
Yeah, yeah. If we would have cut
yeah,
him, that would have been the plea deal.
yeah,
No, no,
I,
no, 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 no.
yeah.
You could have
I
ride
got
this
you.
out, buddy.
I
You could have
got you.
ride this out, my friend. And then
I
you
got
break chain of command and
you.
go
Yeah.
to the owner like you think the owner was just going to overrule his guys. How stupid do you think Arthur Blank is? The man isn't dumb at all, okay? Regardless of how people feel, the man isn't dumb at all. And you think that he's going to overrule or just make belittle his chain of command? No, we're going to, like you said, we're going to do what's best for the Falcons
Oh
and the
man, that was better
franchise.
than mine. That's pretty
We're
good,
going
Chris.
to do
That's
what's
pretty
best
good.
for the
I can
Falcons and the organization. And what you're going to do, you're going to be our backup. No matter how much we pay, we're going to be our backup. That, that's what you're going to be, Kurt.
That's better than mine, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of your your Godfather impersonation.
Yeah, man. You got to bring it from from what I'm saying, like some like kind of like deep. You know what I'm saying, but don't let it go too high. That's all you got to do, man. You'll get it. You'll get it. I know TMX will get it. I ain't worried about it.
Dude, that my impersonation of that is worse than TMX. Like it's bad. Anyway, or DMX or whoever I was imitating. Anyway, but Kirk's not going anywhere, right? So I wonder now if Kirk is going to sit out, right? Because Kirk
No,
he's got to be
no,
embarrassed.
no. You're not. I'm gonna tell you why you're not gonna sit out
Why not?
because well. I'm not saying that Terry is gonna do this. I'm not saying that Terry is this kind of person. I'm just saying what A1 would do.
Right,
Every time you don't show up, every
right.
time that you don't clock in, you don't sign your name in on the sign-in slip, anytime you don't, I'm hitting your behind with a fine every single time.
Oh, I love it. I love it. This is getting nasty. This is so much fun. Carrie is in hell right
Anytime
now.
you act like you a detriment to the team, I'm gonna fine your behind for detriment to the team.
Carrie is in hell right now. You know, Carrie is like the sweetest person. You know what I mean? She doesn't like conflict. So it's funny because I've been telling her this would happen, and she's like, "No, I don't see it. Why? He's just gonna be a cancer in the locker room." And I'm like,
I
Carrie,
mean,
I'm telling you,
she's not incorrect. I
I don't
understand
know.
why
I don't
everybody
think
would
she
feel
is
like that.
incorrect. I don't think she
Right.
is, but I don't know that Kirk is gonna have the stones to do that. See, here's what I think Terry's thinking. Terry's thinking it's one thing to do this away from the team, right? But you're now going to be the backup quarterback. Do you really have the stones, the chutzpah, the cojones to go into that locker room and act like that? Because somebody's going to tell you to shut the F up. You're no longer the starter, right?
Right.
So you go in there being a distraction, somebody's going to tell you to shut the F up. And I think that's what Terry's counting on. Now, I could be wrong. I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting in this day and age of fast food, slick ass, DoorDash, have it your way, get it there in 45 minutes or less, that somebody told Kirk, sit your ass down. Like, I know that my dad and my mom are proud in heaven. I know they are. I know
Mm-hmm.
they're sitting down looking at me like, yes, son, tell them. Show them the way, son. Tell them. Show them the way of the belt, T. Will. Show them the way of the switch, which I never understood that. Why would you have me go and get my instrument of demise? Why would you have me
Right.
go and get a tree trunk for you to beat my ass with? Like, I would bring back a twig. I
Nah.
would always be
Hey,
like,
I
no,
remember.
I'm
Ah,
not.
that's funny. I remember
I'm not
doing
gonna
that
do
one
that.
time, boy. I should have done that. Because then
I,
she had to
hey,
go get it, and then
hey, you got to catch me. Like you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not. You're gonna send me to go and get the object that you're gonna beat me? Absolutely not. No, I just whatever.
wondering why I'm coming back with a
Right,
pillow.
right. With the twig. This was the only one I could find. I'd be lying. This was the only one I
Mhm.
could find.
Couldn't
Anyway,
find nothing else.
I just look at. I think this is interesting, man. This is a standoff between Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, and it's been going on for 2 or 3 months now, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I really want to see where this goes. It's terrible for the franchise. I can admit that. All right. Oh, we got
Mm-hmm.
John from Out of Your Falcon Mind. Yeah, we gotta do some housekeeping. So Robert Blackson says too much sugar in the morning. Leave the Mountain Dew alone.
Yeah, man, gotta
Never,
leave that geek.
Robert.
Gotta leave
Never.
that. John, we gotta get T Will off the geek juice, man.
Never.
Yeah, we
Never.
got.
Just
You see how defiant he is? Yeah,
never.
you see the conviction in his heart.
Never. Never ever. Deshaun says yeek juice.
Yeah.
Auntie Pam is in the building. That's
How
right.
you doing, Miss
It is
Pam? How
happy.
you doing now?
It is Saint. Hey, Auntie Pam, how you doing? And you know what? Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone.
Yeah, it
Hope
ain't St.
everybody.
Patty's Day. Y'all make sure y'all put y'all green on, or somebody gonna pinch you.
This is my green. How about that? Anyway, uh, Auntie Pam says, "Carrie, hello." She's laughing. Damn good backup holding that clipboard until better offer comes across. You know what was funny?
Hey,
You know what's funny? That game where Penix started and Kirk has his helmet on the whole time. Like,
bro, that Washington game,
oh
bro,
my
listen to
god,
me. That
oh
was
my
comedy. I'm just
god,
like the
bro,
whole game. I'm just in my head like, why that man got his helmet
oh
on?
my
Like he thinking they
god,
finna say,
bro,
"Come on, Kurt, come
oh my
on in."
god, bro. It's like I'm ready, coach, and everybody's like, yeah, Kirk, yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Okay,
we know.
yeah,
You you
we
you
see
you
you,
you stand over there with your white
we
shoes.
see you,
Yeah, you
Kirk.
stand you
Kirk, you're
stand
gonna
over
have
there
the
with those
cleanest
clean white
uniform
shoes of yours. We're
ever.
gonna keep them clean today.
That's right. Kirk, you're going to
Mm,
be a Tide commercial because you're going to be so clean. You're
I'm
white. You're
trying
going
to
to be
tell
so
you,
white,
bro.
Kirk.
You can just wear your jersey home. Because I mean,
Don't even change.
yeah,
Just
you
go
can just
straight
wear
to
your
the car.
jersey home.
Just go straight to the car. There you
Bro,
go.
I'm trying to tell you that right there is where he put the plan into motion right there. He said, I cannot believe I'm back in Washington where I started and I'm a backup again. I can't believe this. This is surreal. I'm getting out of here. I got something for these folks. Wait until they find out about these clinical errors. Wait until they find out that I was really hurt. Yep, elbow and shoulder, guys. Yep, that's me. Yep,
Oh my
sir.
god. Oh my
Yes,
god.
sir.
That is, dude, he hatched the worst plan ever because it hasn't worked.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
this
It
thing
hasn't
blew
worked.
up and backfired in his face so many times.
Oh my god,
And
bro.
it just, and the thing about it is, it's just one of those things where it's like serve you right. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the Falcons, they put themselves in this predicament, yeah, but it didn't mean you had to carry yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like really, the time was ticking. The time was had the really the ticking time bomb had started back at the draft last year
Yeah.
because you know, saying shout out to Big Low Country, he was just you know, saying swagging and surfing with Kirk Cousins, literally 10 minutes before we drafted Michael Penix. And really, minutes before they came back off of the commercial and we were getting ready to draft, Kurt all of a sudden disappeared. Why do you think that? Because somebody told him, yeah, hey, they taking a quarterback, my boy. He said, what? I'm talking about Sam probably doing his best hot boy impression. What?
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Hello? Hello? What?
Right,
Are you what?
bro.
Are you what? Hey, Lo, we're gonna have to cut this swag surf shit now, okay?
Damn, I'm
I'll be
trying to
back.
tell you.
I'll be back. Yeah, yeah.
And got
Hey,
up
Lo.
out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
of course, the reports are he was driving home and got the official word that Michael Penix had just been drafted.
No, he knew. He knew.
Yeah, he knew. He knew before then, but of
He
course,
knew.
that's
He
why I
knew
said the
well before
report
then.
said he was driving home and got the news then, type thing. Like, I'm almost home and I'm getting it and I'm walking into it. Nah,
Mm.
he knew. That's why he left so early.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely knew, man. But what I want to know now is, has he, like, I know how Falcons fans view it, right? But I
Mhm.
wonder to the outside world if he's tarnished his brand. I
I
wonder how
mean,
other fans would, and maybe we should have, I don't know, Jordan. Maybe we should have Jordan on, have him talk about it, and just get his perspective. And who's the other guy that works with Jordan that we did the show with, Chris? Uh,
I know who you're talking about.
he's a Kansas
Dang.
City Chiefs fan.
Yeah. I know. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Oh
I
my
can't
goodness,
remember
I'm
either.
drawing a blank.
We
But
should. I'm doing a show with them Friday. Hop on Friday. I'll see if, and because I'd love to know their thoughts, like how they view it. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, being on the outside looking in from other
Yeah.
teams and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think he has. I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of those things to where um it's one of those things to, like, you know how you have a guy who has doesn't really have integrity, or let's say he's just like, people think of him as a sleazeball. Let's just say that. People think of him as that. But he's so good at his job, or he has a valuable position, like quarterback. If I feel like if Kirk Cousins was a safety or something, you know what I'm saying, he'd be out of here. But because he plays the most important position in football, he has hurt, I believe, his brand as in Kirk Cousins, but he's still gonna be sought out there, especially if a team needs a quarterback.
Yeah, because there's a dearth of talent out there. I agree.
Right.
I've been like Carrie's like our chances are dwindling, but I'm like Carrie, with these guys that are out here, somebody's going to take a chance on him. I just believe it. Because the Falcons, with them going ahead and sign him, that's saying to the rest of the league, guess what, guys, we're keeping him, right? You guys played chicken with us. We said we trade him. You didn't want to do that, so guess what? He's going to be our backup. Nanny boo boo. We're keeping him, right?
Right.
And let's see who ponies up. Because honestly, I feel like this is setting up to be maybe a draft night trade. I think Berto said that on Uncle Steve's show with Uncle Steve and Big Low last night, and I agree with him. This is kind of setting up to be a draft night trade. I really do. I believe that. Hey, man, you give us
Right.
whatever, we'll give you Kirk Cousins. You can take him and his swag surf and his fake Waffle House, and yeah, you can
Yeah.
have it.
That's what I was thinking for maybe Trey Hendrickson as well, maybe a draft night trade. But I mean,
That
I
too.
think about it is he wants to be in Cincinnati. They want to keep him in Cincinnati. They're going to work on something. I think at this point, honestly, it's just going to have to be a deal that since he can't refuse for Trey Hendrickson at this point, because both sides want to be there. So that's tough, man. I would love to have him, but honestly, do you really want a player that doesn't want to leave? So where he's at, because it's like, is he going to give you 100%? And it's just, I'm not saying that Trey is one of those guys that just will go half speed, but it's just like, guy, he wants to be there. So see if they can work it out, and we just need to pivot and go somewhere else possibly, because you don't want to overpay. You don't want to start giving 2 and 3 and 4 draft picks just to try to pry a guy from away from a team. So yeah, I mean, but if anything, it may be right the draft night or after the draft. If we don't see breaking news, they don't pay Trey Hendrickson too. 'Cause you just seen what they just gave Jamar and T, and that's woo. Boy, I seen that deal, those deals, and I was just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just
how are
think
they going to
about
have any money left? Like, I don't. But whatever. I don't know. I don't
it.
care. It's the Bengals. They'll work it out.
Hey, one thing about it, maybe they're planning on trying to go the Matt Ryan route.
Maybe they
Hella
are.
offense, not much defense.
Maybe
So
Maybe they are. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call Kirk sleazy. He's more disingenuous, right? He's like the sinister guy that has like the face that makes you trust him, because Kirk looks like a dad. Like he looks like the quintessential dad, right? If you were to erect the show, Leave It to Beaver, Kirk Cousins would be Ward Cleaver. Like he has that I'm your dad and I'm relatable and let's go outside and play catch. And Beav, I'm going to explain to you the facts of life and all that. He's just got that face. He's got that face
Kirk was
that makes
was
America
Beaver.
say, listen, Kirk. But then, like deep down inside, he's like this venomous being who will go out of his way to do whatever he wants to get what he wants, right? Who do we sign again? Holy Devil, what's this dude's name? Divine
Oh,
Diablo?
that man said, "Holy Devil,
Yeah,
Lord have
Divine
mercy,
Diablo.
help me,
That
please."
is
Divine Diablo.
right. That is the dichotomy of Kirk Cousins. He has the face of an angel, but the soul of, well, you know what I mean? Like,
The man's soul is in the depths of hell.
I'm just saying, man. He's got the face of an angel, but the soul of Mephistopheles. Okay.
No, guys, not Mephistopheles.
Beelzebub. You know what I'm saying. Wait, what is it?
Oh boy, T Will, boy, T
He who
Will.
shall not be named. He who shall not be named. That's what we'll call him. That's what he's Kang. Kirk is Kang. I've solved it. That's who's replacing Kang. It's Kirk Cousins, everybody. Kirk is Kang. There you go. There you go.
Kirk ain't nothing but Killmonger. And just
No. You know what? I'm not gonna let you insult Michael B. Jordan like that.
I'm not Michael B, but Killmonger.
Killmonger at least had a code.
I
Right?
fool with that movie, man.
Killmonger had a code. Kirk is doing this just to do it because of me. Like he's
Yeah,
still getting paid,
it's
right?
all about him for sure.
Right. I feel like I am a starter. Like this is an ego trip. You're still getting the money, dude. You're getting the money, right?
So Kurt is Maya and the Falcons are Cisco.
Wow, you went back on that analogy, sir. You really went back on that analogy.
Yeah. I figured I'd catch you off guard today.
You really did. Like you're gonna,
Like, did y'all see T Will's face? He was shocked.
You really went back. What the hell? Like, we missed each other on that one, bro. We'll have to sync up like after the show so you can tell me exactly what the hell you're talking about. Because I don't know, we missed on that one. But John from obviously the Morning Chop Shop and Out of Your Falcon Mind says, "Morning, fellas. Kirk just needs to ask himself, what would Jesus do? Is that what would Jesus do?
Yeah, that's got to be what would Jesus do. You remember folks used to walk around with the bracelets on?
What would Jesus do?
WWJD?
What would Jesus do? Or
what would Jesus do?
Is Kirk a devout Christian? Is that like the crux of the joke?
I don't know what his religion is.
Okay.
I know what his favorite pastime is, but
yeah,
but I don't know.
I definitely believe Kirk has raisins in his potato salad. I really do. I believe.
Not the onions and the mac and cheese.
Yeah, that was Berto's uncle, right? Shout out to Berto.
As a person who is an active macaroni and cheese lover, it's just like that's terrible. Like that fighting words, honestly.
That reminds me of that old Sugar Hill song, and the chicken tastes like wood. Just bad. Just those of you who were not born in the 70s will not get that joke. But those of you who were, you get it. You understand it. Okay. What would Jesus do? John, you got to tell me if that was Jesus or if that's somebody else, John. Like,
that's got to be what would Jesus do.
I'm thinking it's what would Jesus do, but
yeah, man, Jesus would be what they said. Jesus would be humble in this time, and Kurt's not necessarily humble. Kurt said, "I'm going to the manager." Kurt said, Kurt said, "I'm about to write a letter." Kurt said, "I'm about to go."
John says, "Oh yeah, dude, he's as devout as they come." Okay, which and honestly, this right here, furthers the narrative of the dichotomy of Kirk Cousins, right?
Right.
Dichotomy being two opposites, polar opposites that are juxtaposed to each other, right? So Kirk is this devout Christian, but he's going about these things in such a devious fashion, right?
Yeah.
He's doing these things publicly to evoke chaos, which is not like Jesus at all. So what are you, Kirk? Okay, make a choice, buddy. You're at a crossroads, Kirk. Okay, you're at a crossroads.
Kurt
Okay,
is strapped between a rock and a hard place, and this is honestly a teachable moment for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who deals with contracts, may sign a contract. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like, there are verbiage in the contract. You know what I'm saying? Then once you sign it, you know what I'm saying, you're attached to it. And Kurt is, you know what I'm saying, seeing that, I just want to go somewhere where I can start. I understand that. We just want to win and win playoff games and tell the truth and have some integrity as a franchise. And you're not helping with that.
so my
So
mom,
it's just,
my bad. Go ahead, Chris.
no, I was just about to say, so it's just tough, bro. Now, what you about to say though?
So my
We
mom
like
was
we like I mean, my bad. Now I was just saying, last thing I was just gonna say, we laugh and we joke, but this is a serious matter. We actually
it
laugh
really
and
is.
joke to keep from being upset about it.
But it's funny. It's
Yeah.
look. So I can hear my voice. My mom was a pastor, but she started a Sunday school teacher, right?
Right.
So I could hear her in my head telling me about the couple who lied and died, right? Which is an old Bible story, and I'm not going to tell you the story, but I can just hear her telling me. And see, Terry, in the end, they lied and died. So you should tell me the truth. Did you eat the ice cream out of the
Lord.
freezer? And I was so scared. I was like, yeah, mom, I did. I ate it. I did. But look, I'm just saying, Kirk, if God says in his word, shun the appearance, right? Kirk, you're not looking very, and it's not for me to judge. Okay. How's that thing go, Chris? We listen and don't judge.
Yeah.
But by the same token, I gotta hold you accountable, Kirk. Your words not aligning with what you're saying. I'll leave it right there. I'm not gonna attack the man. Whatever. All right. So, Auntie Pam, front office will win the war. I hope so, Auntie. I really do.
Yes. I
Auntie Pam
this
said
is
he
the
knew. Mike says should get a Browns fan. You know what, Mike?
man.
I think I know a
That
Browns.
that that it yeah that yeah I think
I
so, for
think
real,
I know
for
a
real.
Browns fan. I might see if I could get him on the show Friday. I'm gonna try. No guarantees, but I'm gonna try. Deshaun Coswell, I got to rewind this because Bodie was using the paint.
Dang.
Damn, Deshaun has become Deadpool in this show. He's just taking shots at everybody. Jeez. Mark Cheney, this team, man. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Auntie Pam says y'all need to pay attention to what they are doing in free agency. It will tell you who they are going to draft. Okay, I see you. Out of your Falcon mind, my boy John says, "Oh yeah, dude, he's as devout as they come," which is weird because he's been acting like I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mephistopheles, Kirk. Out of your Falcon mind.
Ah.
Wait, was Mephistopheles the devil in? Was that Greek or Roman? Is
Ooh,
Mephistopheles the devil in Greek or Roman?
I thought it was Roman.
Okay,
But don't
I don't know.
start me lying though too. I'm like, oh man, now you're about to try to make me go dig back into the memory bank for real.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I don't
Jesus.
know. I don't know. All right, Kirk was chasing the carrot so hard that he forgot about the stick. I love it, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike has a way with words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike,
Forgot
Mike,
about the stick, boy.
Mike is a bit of a wordsmith. No, would you not agree? I would agree.
Yeah, now Mike be put it together, man. You gotta watch Mike. He's slick with it now.
Yeah. John says, Miss Pam, Mark Cheney,
What
and
to do,
guys,
Mark? How you feeling, man?
Mark Cheney and I are doing a show Thursday. Chris, you're welcome to join at about
Okay.
10:15, and we're going to talk Falcons. It's going to be all Falcons show.
AM, PM, gotta ask y'all.
Bro, okay. Fair. That's fair. I was about to clown you, but then I had to think about it. You're right.
Yeah.
10 a.m., brother. 10 a.m.
Okay,
No doubt about
okay.
it. 10 a.m. Because you know I'm old as hell, man. 10:30, I'd be winding down, man. I'd be
Mm.
like,
Hey
I'd be,
man, I'm just saying, man. I've been on the show with you, and it was after 11 o'clock. That's all I know.
but you know what I was on, right? I'm
Yeah,
just
oh yeah,
saying.
you was on that
You
doggone
know
yeet juice.
what I was on.
That
You know what I was
doggone yeet
on.
juice.
You know what
Golly.
was on. Kirk is basically saying Atlanta is dumb, and the smart thing to do is let me go or else. Damn
Man.
right, Mark Cheney. Debo, my boy, Debo, Kirko
Kirko
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Kirko Pinocchio. I wonder if we get sued if we got a T-shirt that said Kirko Pinocchio. I'm thinking about it.
I'm the
Debo, if you
crazy
can
man
make
that
the
literally
shirt,
will wear it to the game on the field. Oh my bad.
that's cool. Debo, if you can make the shirt, man, Chris and I will wear it. We'll wear it. We'll wear it for a show. I'm down. You down, Chris? I'm down.
Hey man, we
I don't.
started. Next thing you know, we had the whole Dirty Birds nest over there with Kirko Pinocchio.
Dixon Way in the building. What up, Dixon
There
Way?
it is. There it is. What's good,
Kirk,
Larry?
Kirk has been put in timeout, and I'm here for it. All aboard the petty bus. You waste our 2024 Sedonas. We are going to waste your 2025 season, Kirk O'Lane. Dixon Way, I
Yes,
love it.
sir.
You are the fan of the day.
Yeah,
Ladies and
man.
gentlemen, Mr. Dixon Way. Yes. You are the fan of the day. So, Jack has the wow, right, on one
Right.
time fan, and he's got the applause and some other stuff. And I just have the fan of the day, right? Now, most of the time, the fan of the day is given to the fan who, by his or her behavior and their chats, just continues to just drop concise points that are on it and funny and witty, and they're just on it. But every now and then, there comes a challenger with a one-liner that just captures the heart of the show, which is T. Will and Chris, and he's fan of the day. So damn
Yeah,
it,
man.
Dixon
I
Way,
love it.
you are fan of the day, sir, because I am all about this. Okay,
Dixon. Now the Dixon Way deserves a Dixon raid.
Dixon, yes, he does. Dixon Way, you, sir, are the fan of the day. I know this is gonna piss Carrie off because you guys got to understand, like
Oh no.
Carrie's the most peaceful person on earth, right? Oh my God,
Uh-oh.
like Carrie she is the most loving person. She's kind, right?
Couple years, Gary.
But look it's all about the chaos, Carrie. Okay, Kirk has been told to sit his ass in that corner until we come get you. You got two choices, Kirk. Nothing and
Nothing
like it. Pick
and like.
one and sit your ass down. And Dixon Way, I love it. It is petty. You're 100%. My parents would 100% do this to me. They pulled me out of a game because I was acting up, and they were like, "Sit your ass down. You're gonna watch it." And I get it, right? So I'm behind this move 100%. Not that I'm reliving old memories. I'm not. I'm just saying if you act like I'm not, Chris, I
You gotta
promise
be.
you,
Come
I'm
on,
not.
T. Will. You supposed to be healed, man. What going on?
I'm not reliving old memories, Chris. I'm not. I'm just saying, look if you act like a child, you get treated like a child. Okay? Wherever I did it, my mom got me. Okay? True
And if you
story.
don't understand that analogy, Lil John had an analogy as well, and I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Hey, bro, let me don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. Don't
Well,
start. If you
that was young. Yeah, that was Young Bloods, but it was another song. It was another song that Lil John, had, and it was like, if you acting like something, we gonna treat you like something.
that's oh
And
yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
and,
I,
no, Lil John said it now, not A1. Lil
hey
John said
man,
it.
hey, let me tell you something. I was in Buster Brown. I'll never forget this. I had to be like 3 years old, and I saw these shoes, and I liked them. And my mom, I guess I don't know if she just didn't get them. Bro, I fell out in the store in front of all demographics. I'll just put it that way, right? My mom sat there for like 3 minutes, choking back the anger,
Mm.
choking back the angst, right? And finally, when she could no longer hold it, she let loose. And what preceded Chris was one of the greatest ass whoopings
Dang.
ever captured in public. Let me tell you something.
And,
Everybody in
and,
that store was like,
and there you have it, people.
bro, bro,
Live and in effect.
bro,
You hear it.
bro. My mama hit me so hard, my soul. You know how you see a kid get hurt and they scream and nothing comes out? It's because their soul is hurt, right? She hit me so hard, I sat there for like 30 seconds. And then 30 seconds later, it was, I tell you what, I never did that again. I did not do that. I learned very early. Do not show out on mom. If you want your way, you better get her to yourself and talk to her. Put a little sugar in her ear. Mom, don't you want it? But to embarrass her is not the way. No, you do not embarrass Mrs. Wilson. You don't do that. So anyway, Kirk, you're just learning. You know what I mean? And you'll be all right, Kirk. Sit your ass down, okay? And you got two choices, Kirk. Nothing in liking. But
That's it.
that's the way it's
That's
going to
it,
be,
buddy.
Kirk. That's the way it's going to be. All right?
That's it, buddy.
Carrie, it's going to work out. Trust me.
Nah, man. I think it's really
Mark
gonna work
Cheney
out in our
said,
favor.
or you said what, Chris?
And I said I think it's gonna work out in our favor. And I know we don't give Terry a lot of credit. We criticize Terry, and I get it. You know, I'm not tripping about that at all. I just want to say in this instant, for how he's handling the Kirk Cousins situation, I at least want to give him credit for that because he could have folded. He could have said, "Oh no, 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 I'm making an emotional decision. I'm just going to cut you and give you your way and cut ties." But he is really, what I'm saying, thought about this, and he from the beginning he is saying we're cool with keeping Kirk. We cool with keeping Kirk, and he hasn't, he hasn't moved. He hasn't moved off that at all. And if anything, the only person that's been stirring around and scrambling has been Kirk.
That's right.
Not Terry.
That's right. Because you know what Terry's saying to Kirk?
You've been paid.
Till you do right by me.
Mm-hmm.
Till
He got
you
the
do
shed
right
hand.
by me,
He
Kirk.
got the shed head.
Till you do right by me. Everything you do gonna fail. Mark Cheney says the Falcons starting Kirk the games is the equivalent of the Kirks. The Falcons not cutting Kirk. It's just plain old dumb. I hear you, Mark. Guess what, Mark? We'll get a chance to discuss that on Thursday. What a time we're gonna have. Apparently, Mark wants to cut him. That's great. You know what, Chris?
Yeah.
You can join us and we can have Carrie. Oh, what a time we will have.
No, that sounds like a good show, man. I'm gonna try to see if I can make that, depending on what my
Oh, what a
schedule look
time we
like.
will have. Miss Carrie, if you're out there, please join us on Thursday. That's all I
Yeah,
have.
Terry, come on, pull up.
Pull up, Miss Carrie. Let's see. Pamela Johnson, Auntie Pam, the Dixon Way, and Larry and Shonda. Hey, Miss Shonda. Hey, Larry. Well, you know what? I know him as Dixon Way. I feel weird calling him Larry. I don't know. I mean, I know that's his name, but I don't know, man. He's Dixon Way. All right. He's Dixon Way. Damn it. He's great. He should have his own theme music. I mean, hell, the guy does 5 different shows in 5 different sports. You should have his own theme music.
That's
He's
what
a
I'm saying,
hero.
man. There's some real hard workers out here in this podcast
Hey
space.
man, he's out here getting it, man. He
It's
is
some
out
real,
here
it's some real
getting it.
teamwork going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Out here.
He is. Hey man, he's out here getting it. Larry says, "Don't sleep on Divine Diablo. He gonna be a stud." He can rush the passer, and I hope so. I really do. I hope so. Dixon Way says, "Hey Miss
Definitely don't
Pam."
want them to fail.
Auntie Pam says, "Hey Dixon Way." Oh my goodness, man. Big Low says, "What in the world, Bo?
What in the world?
What in the world, Bo? What up, Big Low?" If you guys did not catch that show with Big Low and Uncle Steve yesterday, man, it was hilarious. You're just letting the best in life go by if you don't catch Big Low and Uncle Steve together. I mean, it's like Jordan and Pippen, man. It's like they know where each other's gonna be, man. It's like Shaq and Kobe before the whole thing at the hotel. I mean, they know where each other's gonna be, man. They're awesome. Debo Vibes says, T Will, when someone in the chat says something that's fire, you should give them the TMX growl. I would, Debo, but then I really think I'd lose Carrie as a friend. Like, I'm already on thin ice with her. I don't know that I can survive too many more TMX growls. I don't think so. Big Low says, laugh out loud, Debo. The Dixon Way, thank you for the raid and our show. Appreciate that. Yeah, Dixon Way is great about that. Debo says he does not give a flying flip. Chris, you there? Did I lose you?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm here.
All right. Let's see. No problem, Miss Auntie Pam. Just showing some respect to y'all stream. Keep up the great content.
Thank you,
Mad
thank you.
respect.
Shout
Mad.
out to y'all too, man. Over there doing things for the ladies at AFN as well,
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Keep doing y'all thing.
yeah. I caught their show the other night. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it to them, man. Auntie Pam and Maggie and everybody else getting it in.
Lewis.
Larry says, how do y'all feel about Shamar coming here on a visit? I don't feel anything about it because I think he's a dud in sheep's clothing. I said it. I don't want to draft Shamar. I mean, look, if you're talking third or fourth round, okay, but not. I don't see
He's
him.
gonna be drafted before then.
Yeah, but not by us, hopefully.
Yeah, nah, I never have been. Even when I first heard Shamar Stewart to the Falcons,
Yeah,
that did nothing for me. It's no disrespect to the kid. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. I'd rather go get Donovan Izaraku.
Yep, that dude.
Yeah, I'd rather go get him. Shoot,
Donovan.
I'd even rather have Mike Green, honestly. I mean, I know the numbers from the combine, but and it's so crazy because Shamar Stewart actually, like, as far as the scouting team department for the Falcons, Shamar Stewart is probably perfect to them. I'm hoping that I'm wrong about that. So the guy who, I said, like, hasn't had like a lot of production, but like the potential of the athlete is so up there. What I'm saying? We were like those those guys you can do multiple things with.
Yeah,
I would probably go after Jalen Walker if he's there. If you just want a guy that can do multiple things for you, I'm not going after Shamar Stewart. If I just, had to choose.
I really like the safety from Georgia.
Oh,
I
Malachi
really,
Starks, yeah.
I
He had a great pro day, man. He did.
yeah, I like the kid from Georgia. I really do. But I still think we got to trade down, man. Whoever we're going to pick, they got to make it to 21 because we got to trade down. We need more picks. We're not going to be able to sign everybody that we need, and you're bottom line is we're going to have to trade down. So it is what it is. Mark Cheney says, I don't think we should cut him per se, but I don't think we can't come out of the draft with him on the team. Yeah, that's a good point, Mark. That's a good point. That is a good point. Larry says, me either. His production is not good at all.
Yeah, he, like I said, that move does nothing for me. I see Shamar Stewart and getting drafted by the Falcons. I'm actually disappointed. No disrespect.
Mm. So, Chris, I gotta ask you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This whole Kirk Cousin thing. I mean, let me tell you something. It didn't work out for the playoffs, but it's damn sure been entertaining, right? Like, I've been a Falcons fan for a long time. I've seen regimes come and go, right? I've been a Falcons fan for just about 4 decades. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of fecal matter, Chris. Okay. I'm building up. I'm building up to the question, Chris. In the industry, this is what they call building it up, right? Building it up, right? The build up, right? Do you think, Chris and chat, not going to leave you guys out. We love you. Do you think Kirk Cousins is the worst signing of all time by our beloved Atlanta Falcons? If you think, and I'm gonna imitate my guy, shoot, golly, Big Low. I'm gonna imitate my guy Big Low. Okay. If you feel like Kirk Cousins is the worst signing of all time, drop a 1 in the chat. If you feel like he's not, drop a 2. And we got another superstar amongst our midst. We just got all the stars coming out. We got
the stars are aligned tonight, baby.
You know what I mean? We got Auntie Pam, we got Big Low, we got Dixon Way. We got all these folks coming in here. We got Uncle Steve.
Woo, woo.
Uncle Steve in the chat. So Mark Cheney says 2. Robert Blackman says 2. Mark Cheney says 2. So we got two
Uncle Steve
thus
saying
far.
2.
So Chris, you feel like Kirk is the worst signing of all time? Michael says 2.
I can't say the worst
Mariota is
signing
higher.
of all time. I can just say like one of the most expensive of all time at one of the most critical positions. Yeah, but I mean we've had some signings that we just been like, bro, come on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I honestly think Ray Edwards was worse than Kurt to a degree. I mean, at least we got something from Kurt. It's like you forgot Ray Edwards was on the team.
All right, guys. So everyone in the chat, give us the worst signing. Give us who you think the worst signing is. And Debo, don't forget about yourself. You're a superstar as well, sir.
Oh
Damn
yeah,
it.
man. Debo up and
You
coming.
are a superstar. You are a multi-dimensional dude. You
And he
do music, you do scenarios, you do great scenarios, you do food, you're a foodie, and you know what the hell you're talking
booty.
about with the Falcons, Braves, and Hawks. So, hey, man, give yourself some cred, Debo. You're a superstar, bro.
So
All right.
you think about Debo, you gotta say Debo, you gotta say foodie, you gotta say movies, you gotta say
You gotta
music.
say it all, man.
You know what I'm saying? So so give
You gotta
yourself some
say
credit now, Debo. Stop playing.
you gotta say impressions. Because Debo does great impressions.
Oh yeah,
Great impressions.
especially that like.
Great,
You know what I'm saying? Get that
great,
like.
great impressions. You got Mark Chaney in here, right? You got so many superstars in here, man. You got Miss Carrie. You got John from Out of Your Falcon Mind, a revolutionary podcast. You got all these stars in here, man. You got Deshaun, A1 podcast shit starter. Just kidding, Deshaun. Just kidding.
Mm, 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 mm. Mm.
I'm just taking shots. Stop it, Chris.
No, I didn't say anything except mm, 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 mm.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But Deshaun is the catalyst for the podcaster Olympics. I'm just kidding. Okay. You got a lot of superstars in here, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I mean?
everybody and
You
thank
got
y'all for
Maggie,
coming in.
you got Maggie, you got Mad Mike, you got Miss Carrie, baby.
Right. I say, man, they coming in here and we appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
Definitely do.
Talking about these Falcons, Hawks, and Braves.
Definitely do, man.
I say everybody got to do better. Everybody got to do better. I feel like the most excited I am about, of course, is the Braves, and of course, that's just because the season is about to start. And we again, I say if you've already missed it, for those who are Braves fans, Chris Sale is the opening day starter for our Atlanta Braves, and some more good news. Today is the official return of Spencer Strider.
Spencer Strider, let's go. Hey, Braves gonna have a really good rotation, man. If things shake out how we think they're gonna shake out, Braves are gonna have a really good rotation. So, hey, man, let's get back to this. So we got Ray Edwards, one of my personal favorites, Mr. Jeff George, hated by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody like Jeff George. That's a really
Mm-hmm.
good one, Robert Blackman. Debo says
Same.
Peerless Price. You know what? I don't know that the yeah. I was
Remember, he
about,
was supposed to come here and be that guy for us, though.
but I don't think the system was set up for him, man. But to your point, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Ooh, remember when we
Uh
traded for Ashley Lee?
yeah, I think you would. I kind of like Peerless Price, man. Whatever. Okay, I get it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I get
Buying
it.
Peerless Price jersey out of my own allowance back then was
Damn.
one of the worst mistakes that I made in my life. Yes, I was one of the first people in the whole
Damn.
school with the Peerless Price jersey. But that's not saying much at this point. That's not saying much. Just not saying much, brother.
Was he number 81?
81.
All right.
I'm talking about I'm just rocking that jersey around and he just out there on the field not doing nothing, getting cardio.
Mm.
Mm.
John says, yeah, Ray was too consumed modeling underwear. Damn.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what's up? Like, come on, bro. You supposed to be getting after the pass rusher. I mean, getting after the quarterback. Pass rusher? Dude.
Mark Chaney says the entire podcast community is fire. Atlanta is just an amazing city. That's right, sir. Appreciate it.
Man.
Uncle Steve says Ray Edwards. Honorable mention Ed Hartwell. That's right. Ed, yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
was a good one.
And didn't his
That's
wife
a
leave
good
him
one.
like after the contract? Like that was foul, man. That was foul.
Yeah.
Lisa Hartwell and Ed Hartwell are why you get a prenup. Because as soon it wasn't, I don't think it was 2 years. It was a year and a half. She left him after he got out of the league. So, hey man, like Kanye said, get that insurance Geico for your money. We won't prenup. We won't prenup.
Geico for your money,
Hey, Ed, you should have got a prenup. I'm just saying. Michael should have signed the QB named Jack that threw 80. Shout out to Mr. Jack Spade, 80 on the run.
80 on the risen.
Hey, Mike, I'm sure Jack would appreciate that, brother. John says 100 mark. We got Ghost Peppers in the house.
Ghost
What's good,
Peppers.
Falcon family? What up, Ghost Peppers? Mark Chat says John joined the chat. Hey, man, I would love for John to join the chat, but John's out here making his money, doing his thing, man.
John riding around right now in that Maybach right now, listening because I'm out here grinding.
Hey, man, Mark is a boss. He's not a boss. He's a boss.
Mark. Now Mark riding around the Lamborghini right now. So
Mark is a boss. Auntie Pam says, I can wait. I'll be there at the Braves home opener. Can't wait to get my Chris Sales bobblehead to add to my collection. That's right.
It is.
John Rozier, hope Braves signed the 19-year-old pitcher that Biggs roster.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you're talking about the guy. Yeah, man. Jonathan, he was great.
Yeah, we talked about him in the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Beginning of this very, very beginning of the show. We started off with Braves because that guy is throwing gas. I really like the kid. I know it's a small sample size, so not trying to get too high, but there is nothing to get low about. So
yeah. No, he was great, man. He was great. He was outstanding. And I think I think they already signed him, Jonathan. I think he's in high A. I don't think he'll start this season with the Braves, but he could definitely be up by the end of the season. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Gold Pepper says A1 did the same, Falcon fam.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about buying the Peerless Price jersey.
Oh, okay. All right.
What Mike said. Said, but you was the man for a week, though. Honestly, I was the man for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I was the man until he went out there and he wasn't doing stuff. And then after that, it's just like that jersey got – I ain't going to lie. By the time the season was ended, I think I sold that jersey.
Damn. Now, you know what? Mark Cheney just brought up one that I forgot about. All right. Now, I got to tell you something. How bad was Steven Jackson? Yeah, Steven Jackson was washed up by the time we got him. But let me tell you,
man, we knew. Man, think about it is that I wasn't excited about that Steven Jackson thing because I knew the Rams had already ran him into the ground.
Bro, my brother Eric Parker and I were so excited. Now you got to think we signed him in 2013. We had just gone to the NFC Championship in 2012. So my brother and I, for like 5 days, we're talking about we're going to the Super Bowl. Like, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And 2013 sucked so bad. Yes, that was terrible. Who's that? That was the year where we had 3 or 4 offensive linemen to get hurt, and we had a tight end to finish the game as an offensive lineman. You remember that?
Yeah. Troubling times in Atlanta.
That year sucked, man. It was terrible. Let me see. Mark Cheney says Lambo truck, by the way.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Lambo truck. Gotcha.
And John says, I am out, but not in the Maybach today. I hear you, John.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
John is a boss. Today. Yeah, Steven Jackson was pretty bad, man. What about who's the other guy we signed from the Rams? He went to Georgia. Todd Gurley.
Okay. So which was worse, Todd or Steven?
Damn. Let's put it to the chat. Hey, chat, who was worse, Todd Gurley or Steven Jackson? In a Falcon uniform.
Man.
Not in the Rams uniform.
I know. That's crazy. That's tough because you look at it, you like, dang, Steven ain't really give us nothing. But then you look at Todd. Todd gave us like half a season,
His
and
knees were
then that
bad,
blunder on
man.
that blunder on the goal line. That thing, he's crazy, bro. Earlier this year, I just seen that again. Like somebody like posted it and everything like that. I thought that's crazy. In 2025, we still talking about Todd Gurley and scoring that touchdown.
Yeah, man. That was against Detroit, right?
Yes,
I think it was
yes,
against
and
Detroit.
yes. I'm talking about like I was just like when he broke free, I just like, oh, okay, he gonna take the knee, and he kept going. I was like, Todd, you are not. And then he fell in the end zone. I walked out. I walked out the house. I didn't even walk out the room. I just walked out the house. I said, you know what, bro? It's one of those things, brother.
All right. So, Mark Cheney says it was Levine to Lolo, and it was. Mark, was that against Cleveland? I can't remember who it was against. Johnson
Yeah,
says
Levine
Gurley.
Tolo Lolo at left tackle. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Johnson says Gurley. Auntie Pam says both. They were both at the end of their career. Uncle Steve
I
says
like
Jackson
that.
was worse. Gurley gave a flash or two.
Yeah, that's what I said. Gurley gave us like half a season. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, well, not even half. I said like a quarter. Gurley gave us like 6, 7 games. You think about Gurley's 6, 7 games, you stretch that out. That was Steven Jackson's season.
All right. So Ghost Peppers gets it. Oh, Ghost Peppers was like probably Eric and I swear we were going to be fired with the addition of Peerless Play. And I did too. I was
Man.
like, Vic and Price connection was going to be
Right, bro. I'm with you, Ghost Pepper. My
unstoppable.
God.
Little did I know I was in for a rude awakening. So, like that,
No, no, sir. Little did we know we was in for a rude.
when did we sign Peerless Price? Was that 2004? When did we sign him?
I think that was like 2004, 2005, something like that. No. I think it was sooner than that. I think it was like 2003.
Because right around that 2003, 2004 era, you could not stop Michael Vick on that.
I
Like
say,
you could
Uncle
just,
Steve, help me out. When was that Peerless Price? Was that 2003? Was that 4? No,
you couldn't
was it?
stop him. You couldn't stop him. And I remember talking to my brother Eric again when we signed Price, and we were like, dude, it's never gonna stop. We're, oh my god, it just, oh man, it's funny how like you look into the future. Like you couldn't have told me Michael Vick was not going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. We signed Price. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Let me see. Mark Cheney, Gurley was mid.
Buffalo was just laughing at I.
Year. So Mark says Gurley was mid, and Jackson should have retired the year before. Agreed.
Yeah, man.
Ghost Peppers is laughing. Uncle Steve says 2003. Yeah, man. I tell you what, that
Hey,
two.
man, you gotta allow to keep from. Yeah, okay, that's what I said. 03. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Yeah, man. Because I remember, bro, I was in middle. I was like in middle school when that happened. So it
yeah,
just like it's like, bro, come on.
yeah, man.
But hey,
Yep.
man, times of a Falcon fan. I'm telling you, T. Will, we need to go ahead and stop playing and put that show together about you know what I'm saying. Different times in the Falcon community where we just don't did some things and we just be like, God almighty, free agents, draft picks. I know every team has done it, but it just seems like it just almost you almost feel like it's only the Falcons that it happens to, but it happens to every team. Just
We
think
got
about it. We could have just think about it.
we
We
got to
could have
put that
drafted
shit together.
Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, oh God!
Hey,
Don't even say that.
there are worse
Oh,
situations. We could have drafted Ryan Leaf. I'm just saying.
oh my! Oh, you remember Ryan Lee? Oh, you know what? He is totally different now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Shout
he
out
is
to
totally
Ryan.
different. But
Now,
yeah,
shout
he
out
was.
to
Oh
Ryan.
my
Now he has
God!
really turned
Yeah,
his life around.
yeah. Ryan Leaf reminded me of Jeff George at the time, although Ryan was worse. But he had that Jeff George, like I hate everybody sense around him. Just kind of like I don't know. Robert Blackman. Bigelow says what's going on? Robert
Hmm.
Blackman bad draft picks.
Yeah, said we should do a show on the bad draft picks. Hey, you know what, man? Me and T Will may put that together for y'all, man. Y'all Falcon fans deserve all the great content, all good vibes, and you know what I'm saying, opportunities to fellowship and stuff like that. We deserve stuff like that. So I think me and T will put something together behind the scenes. We'll see what
Let's
happens.
do it, man. Let's do it, man. I'm game, man. I'm game. John says, or Glenn Dorsey. Oh, I forgot about him, John.
John, I thought you were our friend. Why are you mentioning
Yeah.
Glenn Dorsey?
Oh, that hurt. Oh my God. Oh. Is it the Mountain Dew or those cheeseburgers I had?
John, the pain.
Oh, that just
The
hurt.
pain, John.
Oh, John. Why are you doing us like that, John?
Now, hey, now that's a situation where you got to ask, what would Jesus do?
Oh my God. I see what you did there, Chris. I like it. That's a tie back. I like it, Chris. We call that a tie back in the industry. I see what you did there, buddy. Hey, Chris, you're going places. That's
Hey,
right.
man, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, brother.
That's why you're on a Hawk Digest, because you do stuff like that. I'm just saying. Robert Blackman says Andre Bruce, worst. Yeah. I knew somebody was going to get to him. Yeah, that was
bro. We don't have some picks, bro. Like Jamal Anderson, the one on the defense.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's pretty
boy.
bad. Mark Cheney says Falcon fans swore we should take him over Matt. Yeah, they kind of did. John, man, like 70% of the city wanted Dorsey. Well, thank God we didn't. I'm just saying,
Man, I'm so glad that we're on the right side of history for that. Because could you imagine taking Glenn? Man, listen. Yeah, Mark. They was sick, bro. That was woo. Boy.
My man said, Jamal Anderson said, I just work here.
bro, bro, you know, and I do mean just work here. Like I just scan my card and I just sit by the door. I don't do nothing else.
I just work here.
That was a terrible draft pick. Oh my goodness.
Mark Cheney said, boy had the worst take, but we still took. I wonder if that was like a dare or some shit, like or a penalty. Like maybe somebody owed somebody some money. This guy's got a debt, man. Who's your general manager?
That move felt like a look what I can do moment.
Shout out to Big Low. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Oh, that's exactly what that felt like. Oh, okay, tape was bad, but I can make it work for him. No,
I love Big Low and Uncle Steve. I really do. They make me laugh, man. I go back. They're just freaking hilarious.
Peter Cons was a cone.
Peter Cons was terrible.
James Carpenter. Yeah, I did not like that.
No, I don't think anybody was worse than I saw Peter Cons get blown up.
Man, listen.
The only person that was worse than Peter Cons, in my humble opinion, was, are you guys ready? Jalen Mayfield.
Oh, yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. When we drafted Jalen Mayfield, I was like, what? So I wasn't on the maybe that's why I feel the way I feel about Jalen, because I wasn't on the Jalen Mayfield train from the beginning. Not as a Falcon. I wasn't on it. And
I don't know what it is, but it doesn't taste like chicken, and it's awful. Bro, I saw
the bell tolls.
Bro, I saw Jalen Mayfield get blown up 7 times his rookie. And when I say blown up, I mean on his keister. It's one thing for a defensive lineman to get by you, but never should you ever end up on your keister. And I saw that happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Yeah, I was.
And you kept on seeing it too.
I was not a fan, man. I was not a fan.
When it came to Peter, the defensive end always said, and the beat goes on.
Michael said Deidrin Sanat.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember we took him in like the 2nd round.
Yeah, I think so.
Woo. Oh, Marlon Davison. Remember him?
Was he bad though? Or was he just meh? Because a lot of these draft picks were just meh. Like Peter Cons was terrible. I'll get Peter Cons was he was not good. I'm working on my cussing. My daughter tells me I curse way too much. I'm working on the profanity.
You cursed way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, she came in. She was like, Dad, you curse way too much. Dude, my youngest daughter is my
We just tell
constant,
you what's
right?
going on, man.
Now my son loves it. My
What's
son loves it.
going on?
He's like, you should curse more, Dad. He loves, but my youngest daughter, Dad,
Of course, the
Dad.
son got gonna hype you up.
Oh, he
The
loves it.
son gonna hype you up.
He freaking loves it. Debo vibes. The O2 squad was sick with Vic Dunn and Algie Crumpler. Just needed that 5 wide receiver. We swore the signing of Price in 03 was the one. Little did we know is the ultimate consensus. And he's right.
What?
Michael says Perea Jerry. Yeah, I don't know, man. Left tackle Baker. Wait, are you talking about Sam Baker, Mike? Because if you talk about Sam Baker, he was one of them nasty boys, man. We gotta be talking about a different Baker, bro. Sam Baker was all right, man. Sam Baker, what I loved about him is the whistle was negotiable because he played a little bit beyond the whistle. Like he and Harvey Dahl were just mean.
Oh
And
yeah.
having a mean streak is a good thing in an offensive lineman. Okay.
Oh,
At
hard
the end of
head
the
Harvey
day,
Dahl
yeah, that's what you're trying to do. And Sam Baker,
and Tyson Clabo.
I remember Claybo. I
Yeah,
remember Claybo.
Clabo. Dog.
I remember Claybo. John says Maddie still needs to bring charges against Mayfield
Man.
for egregious negligence. You're absolutely right, John. 100%. Dixon Way. Hey guys, off topic, but Spencer Strider pitches today. Go Braves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Said that.
Dixon
Yeah.
Way, if you're snit, how long do you let him go? How many pitches do you let him throw?
That's a good question.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Mark says it's kind of sad that Kyle Pitts is on his way to this list. I don't know, man.
Oh, he still has time. He still has time.
You know,
He say a lot of time, but he still got time.
Per Kyle, he's gonna come out and he's gonna come harder than before. Pause and play really hard. And he's gonna play 10 times harder. Is that what he said? You know,
10 times harder than he ever has. That's what the
hey,
man
man.
said.
It's a contract year. John says, yes, sir, Larry. Mark says, T-Rex arms.
Mm-hmm.
T-Rex have short arms, for those of you who didn't see. Jurassic Park, one of the greatest movies ever. Where were they on? Jurassic Park 38 now? Like they just keep making them.
Oh, Keenan Forney? Now listen, let me tell you something about Keenan Forney. Keenan Forney was somebody that was so underrated for the Atlanta Falcons, man. He used to blow plays up, and he did not get a lot of credit for that. A lot of the times, people were getting sacks because Keenan Forney was doing his job and was allowing other guys to, to tee off. So shout out to Michael for even mentioning Keenan Forney.
Shout out to Mike. Mike is that dude, man.
Yeah, man. Mike always supporting, man. Shout out to him.
Mike is interesting. Mike always comes with him, man. He really does. I gotta give him a shout out. Shout out to Mike. Debo, anything could have been better than the duo of Trevor Gaylor and Quentin McCord. Yeah, you're right about that, buddy.
I was about to say yes, and those were actually our starting wide receivers.
Is Deshaun being funny
like
here?
In real life?
Is he playing the role of Kerry today with James Winston, or is he trying to say Jameis Winston?
No, he's saying. I think he actually is saying James Winston.
Did we draft the James Winston? I didn't.
I'm pretty sure. So that sounds like a Falcon draft, don't it? A James Winston. You don't think so?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Mike says 5 innings. I don't know. Bigelow says, I see what you did there, T. Will. Hey, man. I learned from the best, Bigelow. I learned from you.
Mm-hmm.
John to 4 innings at max. Okay. I can see that. Mark Channing, yeah, we're really going to re-sign Kyle. That will be a good topic this summer. You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't, Mark, but
sound like we need to talk about it.
I'm not Terry Fontenot, but I would not. I would not. I definitely would not. But that's me. John says depends on how it goes for Spencer. I'm sure they have a count that they want to keep him under. Yeah, I would agree. I'd say it's more like a pitch count, like maybe what, John? No more than 40 45 pitches, I'd say, is where you want. That's what I'd say, because it's his first start. So, you just want to let him dip his toe in the pool and keep it going. Tyreek Johnson says, "What's up, fellas? What's up?" Tyreek Johnson. That's an oldie but a goodie, Chris. I took it back. Budweiser.
Uh, no,
Bud.
you didn't go scary movie on me.
What's up? What's
Hey,
up,
let's
Tyreek?
keep it real. We all did that at least once.
What's up?
Man, I got a brother named Mike. Man, and we used to do that all the time. Man, we'd call each other, got there, just checking on each other, and be like, "What's up?"
What's up? I'm surprised Carrie
Oh
is.
boy,
I'm surprised Carrie is letting me get away with all this. So normally she'd be needling me.
Carrie got to be busy. She's
Carrie
got to
has
be
to be
busy
busy.
right now.
I'm out of control, and she said nothing. Like, I'm
Mhm.
surprised. Normally she'd be like, "All right, T. Will rein it in. Let's go.
Mhm.
Come
Just
on."
watch. Just wait. She gonna come in here with the fire extinguisher on you in a
So,
second.
when she watches this show tomorrow, she's gonna be like, "T. Will, let's talk about this show. Let's talk about it." All right, my friend. Well, hey, you know what? We have. I think we've pushed it as far as we can go today. We've enjoyed our topics. We've enjoyed our combos. Mr. Debo Vibes, I got a show with you tomorrow morning, sir, at 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Chris, as always, man, you're welcome to join.
Right. T.
T.
Will,
Will, you ain't the only one who got to work on their cussing. I watched the replay of one of our shows. I was cussing Richard Pryor stand up. That was probably the one where you were mad, Debo.
Shout out to Richard Pryor, man.
Oh, man, definitely. Live on Sunset Strip. Oh, my good. Oh, my goodness, man. Richard Pryor was something, man. I used to listen to his tapes when my parents were asleep. I'd sneak and listen to him. I'd listen to Eddie Murphy. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, the stuff they said that would get you canceled, boy. I'd listen to him. I'd listen to Eddie Murphy. I'd listen to Red Fox. And I used to listen to this obscure guy named Steve the Wah-Ha-Ha-Ha man. And he was funny. I cannot tell any of his jokes, but he was funny. But yeah, man, love me some Richard Pryor. Live on Sunset Strip was like the first one I've ever heard, and it was hilarious. And then, like, my favorite Red Fox joke was, I think it was him. He said, or it could have been Steve Wildman Taylor, but he was like, "If I've offended anyone tonight with anything I said, I just don't give a fuck." And I was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I must have laughed for days. Like, the way he set it up was perfect, right? He's the first one I heard do that joke. So, hey guys, look him up, Google him, Steve the Man Taylor. Really inappropriate jokes for nowadays. So if you're easily offended, don't do it. As a matter of fact,
don't do it to yourself.
if you're offended, don't look up any of these guys. Definitely don't do Eddie Murphy Raw. Don't do Richard Pryor live on Sunset Strip. Don't do any of that. I would say you could do Bill Cosby himself, but because of his deeds, I don't know if you can separate the artist from the art. Bill Cosby himself was the actual album was kind of funny, but there's the whole thing. So whatever, guys. Anyway,
there's a thing behind that.
Yeah, there is a thing behind that. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it right there. I can hear Carrie like, "Stop it right now." I can hear her in my ear. Oh boy, Mudbone. I remember Mudbone. Dolomite.
And Dolomite.
Way down in the jungle. I'm not gonna finish that.
I'm about to say you better leave that alone. Hey, what DMX said? Stop. Leave that alone.
Oh man. That's right, Carrie.
God.
I did it again.
Oh God.
I did it again.
Yeah, you're
All
gonna
right,
be
man. Chris, tell these folks where they can find you, buddy.
Hey man, Chris Tipmore, man, A1 Forever Sports. That's the platform on YouTube. Please come over, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Be a part of the A1 family. Also, catch me on the Hawks Digest, man, as well. Gearing up for some videos over there. You know what I'm saying? We're working on a few things, working on some sponsorships. So, trying to do big things over there, Hawks Digest. Also, TikTok, the real A1 Forever, and Instagram and Twitter, A1 Forever, man. Come on over and have a conversation.
Yep. Well, hey man, everybody in the fan, we have enjoyed you guys so much today. I really hope you enjoyed the show. I know Chris and I had a great time bringing it to you as we always do. Chris is my guy. He's my A1 from day one. And yeah, man, Chris is that dude. So always enjoy podcasting with him. Always enjoy podcasting with you guys. You guys are incredible. Yeah, Mark, it's Hawks Digest on YouTube. Chris, drop the chat info in there. Or you know what, Mark, just go to Hawks Digest on
Yeah,
YouTube.
you could just
It'll be
type
right
it
there.
in.
It'll
Yep,
be
just
right there.
type it right on in the search bar.
Yeah. So to everybody in the chat who came in here and spent your time, you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend it with us. We thank you. We appreciate you. Could not do this without you. And we just come back. We love talking Falcons, Braves, Hawks, whatever with you guys. And this was fun. So appreciate that. I got to thank God. Would not be here without him. Thank you, God. It's been so good to me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate you waking me up and all that you do. Last but not least, I want to give I got to give credit to everybody in the chat, man. Mark Cheney, Big Low, Uncle Steve,
Everybody,
Miss Carrie Baby, Debo Vibes, John from Out of Your Falcon. Like half the dudes I do my show with are in this chat. You guys are incredible. Miss Carrie, Jack Spade, wherever the hell you are. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Shout out to Scott Karisic. We got a show coming up on Wednesday. And yeah, man, shout out to you, Chris, because we're always doing shows. So, and last but not least,
shout out to my bros, Berto and Smitty.
That's right.
Since where everybody, from the 95 North, man. Shout out to the bros as well, man.
Yep. And by the way, Berto is no longer consuming well done steak. So, Carrie, whatever you said to him, it worked. He's
man, Berto is converted.
A medium well steak guy. So there you go. We converted him. Now we just got to work on Jack, Carrie. Now we just got to work on Jack. But hey, man, shout out to Mr. Jack Spade and Eric Parker for giving me my shot in this business. Again, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's come back and do this tomorrow and have even more fun. And you guys have an amazing day. Everyone be safe out there. And we will see you tomorrow. All right. You guys have an amazing day. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.